See, Mayuri is the question regarding what? Shielding or screening. Screen, that word you might be knowing. Screen of system means say laptop or computer or TV or mobile. So screen is a one kind of layer or curtain we say. Now curtain also we can use as a screen. So at home we use the curtains or we use the screen. For what purpose? For protection. Protection in the sense what? In order not to make those things visible. Means if anybody guest come, they remain in the drawing hall. So for the kitchen or for inner room, we place a curtain. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So curtain is like a shielding or protection. Shield is other term. Shield where is used during the war in good old days. The swords were there and shields were there. Shield is for what purpose? For protection purpose. Or tortoise. Tortoise has one cover, coat. That is for what purpose? Protection purpose. So shield of tortoise. So shielding, screening means it is indirectly for protection purpose. But because of that screening, because of that protection, the effect of nuclear charge changes. Means to make this concept clear, just imagine you are in the large classroom. 100 students are there in the classroom and I am a teacher there. I am on the stage. I am going to interact with you. I am going to teach you. I am discussing the chemistry. So what is expected from all electrons? 100 electrons are there, means 100 students are there. What is expected? They should pay the attention. But generally what happens? Students at the front level are there, on the first benches are there, front level benches are there, they do pay more attention. Then as you go last, then what happens? Somebody disturbs other. Chances are there. Because that person or the student itself or himself gets disturbed, can disturb all the others. So because of that, the way with which those last electrons or last student should pay towards nucleus, towards the teacher, that attention doesn't remain. So effect of attraction, effect of attention somewhat remains less. It's just for understanding purpose. I'm not saying always it happens. Is number one. So neighboring student disturbs. By the way, front level also, if anybody gets disturbed, that student also can disturb the other. So that is one kind of disturbance to pay the attention or for focus. You want to focus, you want to pay attention, you want to concentrate, but others do not support you. So that's a repulsion. So you want to do one thing, others are opposing you. So that is called intra-electronic repulsion. Means within the same atom, whichever the electrons are there, whoever the students are there, they do repel. Now consider student at the last bench, last, extreme last. And in between many such rows of students are there. Then because of that, what will you find? What will written on the board? You have to move your place, change your place because other students are there. As like front bencher can directly pay the attention towards the board. Likewise, it may not be if I am showing any demo as such, suppose in the classroom, then last benchers are there. They will find other students who are there at the front level, they obstacle them. They are coming in between. Yes, students, are you finding what I'm saying? Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So those front level students are there. They screen or they shield to whom? Last level students. Due to which what happened? Last level students, backbenchers cannot focus, cannot pay attention towards nucleus. Other way, if I have to talk, effective nuclear charge or effect of teaching, effect of teacher on last benchers is less compared to front benches. It is just for understanding, it is not the reality. So when electron building takes place, electron arrangement takes place, then at the center nucleus, then different levels electrons are there. So whoever electrons are there inside, they prepare their own cloud. It's like a screen. It's the first shell cloud, second shell cloud, third shell cloud, fourth shell cloud. Then electron which the sixth shell has to peep, has to pay, has to focus the attention through these barriers, through these obstacles, through these problems. So nucleus is with say 70 protons. 70 protons, atomic number 70. But that last electron will feel, no, 70 are not there. Only 15 are there. Only 10 are there. Why? Because screening is there in between, shielding is there in between. So that much only attraction that outermost electron experiences. So effective attraction decreases as shell number increases, level of the electron increases, and number of electrons in between adds. And this concept is so important that it decides the size of the atom. So if we come from top to down in a periodic table, then atomic number increases, number of shells increases, shell number also increases, last electron shell number also increases. So in between many electrons are there, and due to which effective charge remains less. So size what? Increases. Atomic size increases. It is because that nucleus can't attract effectively that last electron. So what is that effective nuclear charge? To understand that, screening effect or shielding effect is included in your syllabus. So in this first topic, only just you have to understand what is that screening. So if level changes, then screening you will understand. But if level remains same, means let us say in more particularly sub-level remains same. S is a sub-level, P is a sub-level, D is a sub-level, F is a sub-level. If level remains same for the electrons, then between them also different kind of attraction or repulsion remains. Means what? S orbital is spherical, P orbital is a dumbbell, D orbital also is made up of dumbbells, F orbital also is made up of dumbbells. So what diffusion, or if you understand the actual orientations, if you understand capacity of those electrons and shape or size available, you will find S orbital somewhat spherical but small size, P orbital somewhat large size, means total px, py and pz, D orbital further large, F orbital further. So diffusion occurs. So F orbital, within F orbital 14 electrons are possible, within D orbital 10 electrons are possible, within P orbital 6 electrons are possible, within S orbital, means S sublevel, 2 electrons are possible. But repulsion extent remains different. F orbital, large space is available, though 14 electrons, space is larger. So between them also repulsion remains different. So for that interaction, that repulsion also considered. Repulsion due to the inner electrons and repulsion because of neighbors is also to consider. But that repulsion remains somewhat nearly same. So rules are there. You will come to know Slater's rule, and their calculation of total repulsion you will understand. So due to which what we say, S orbital is more penetrating than P, is more than D, is more than F. Penetration ability means student is backbencher, but student has that guts, has that ability, pays proper attention. Compared to whom? Middle level student. It is expected, no? Middle level students should focus more, pay attention. But there remain one backbencher whose attention is more stronger than the middle benchers. That backbencher is S orbital. Let S orbital be at backbench. Let S orbital be the fourth level. That's a 4s. But its attention towards nucleus is more than 3D, means at one level for few atoms. Therefore, we say after argon, electron will enter in which orbital? 4s orbital, not 3D. Why? That's the guts or the ability or penetration tendency of that S orbital, and that you will understand if you know actual radial distribution. S orbital is more penetrating, therefore 4s orbital is filled first, then 3D orbital will start to fill. What about the, that's we say as 3D, 4D, 5D series, or you can say 4F series or lanthanoids. There 6s orbital enters first, 6s, and but 4f orbital is there, is a fourth level. Fourth level orbital preference is last. First preference is to 6s, then little preference is to 5d, and then preference comes to 4f. It is because S orbital is more penetrating, then D orbital is penetrating compared to F. P orbital is there in between also. Therefore, energy levels, if we have to understand, then is penetration, shielding and screening, that we have to understand. Therefore, that point is included. Penetration effect, that's the nature of orbit or orbital or sub-level will decide what will be that tendency. That's a penetration tendency. Shielding tendency, position will decide. So different examples I'll give it to you. You will solve all those examples, Mayuri, and then concept will be the more clear. But now what I did, only just I told you general concept regarding shielding and screening. Mayuri, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, other students, the question asked by Mayuri was regarding the shielding or the screening. And the answer that I had given, is it clear? Vaibhav came little late, but
Yes, sir.
yes. Shefali, you are not answered? Yes,
Yes,
it is
sir.
clear. Very good, very good, very good. Mayuri, is there any still question left?
No, sir.
Solving problems will. General idea only I made clear. When particularly you solve the problems or numericals, the concept will be clear. Many times what happens, students solve numerical, but concept doesn't remain clear. It's the problem. I don't want that you should learn only at the basic level. That's a by hearting or memorization level. I want you should learn to the application level. And more than that, I want that you should learn to the creativity level. That's the advanced applications. And that is possible by stepwise learning. And therefore, I do discuss. No? So whatever that vision or that learning I do have, that I do share. That's the role of teacher. Otherwise, information is there in textbooks. Informations are there now in the many videos on YouTube. Yes. Any other question? Yes, Shepali. If no question, then say no question. Shepali, Mayuri, Manthan, and Vaibhavi.
No, sir.
Yes, Shepali has no question.
No question, sir.
Okay, good. Mayuri and Manthan. Manthan has asked question. Hydrogenic energy levels. Yeah. Okay. Now Manthan is no question. I discussed that question. See, at the beginning, Bohr has studied hydrogen atom. And so one of the great limitation of Bohr that it is applicable for hydrogen and hydrogen-like species. Means certainly to H. Addition to that, it can explain for Li2 plus or He plus, Li2 plus or Be3 plus. Only one electron possessing system Bohr's model is applicable. Therefore, it is said hydrogen or hydrogen-like systems. The hydrogenic energy level means what? Energy level in hydrogen culture. In hydrogen atom we can consider now. And for that Bohr's postulates are there. Energy formula he has given. Energy for first level, first orbit, second level, third level, fourth level. For different orbits, different energy levels are there. That's the idea by Bohr. So whatever the Bohr's theory is there, Manthan, that whatever the energy levels it says, those levels nothing but the hydrogenic energy levels. And great advantage of those energy levels is in describing or explaining spectra. That's a Lyman series or spectra, Balmer series, Paschen series, about which we had a discussion. Various spectras are there. Before that, hydrogenic energy levels, and that point is specifically in your syllabus, hydrogenic energy levels. So to calculate those energy levels. So one special video I prepared for that, and exercise also given there in that video. You have to calculate that the energy level for hydrogen and hydrogen-like species. Energy for the first level hydrogen and energy for the first level in He plus is different because atomic number is different. Nuclear charge is different. Number of protons are different. Power of nucleus is different. So those levels are hydrogenic energy levels. Maybe levels are in helium plus, but hydrogenic energy levels because concept is of the hydrogen. Maybe those levels are in Li plus 2, but we said hydrogenic energy levels means in a culture of hydrogen or hydrogen-like, those levels are nothing but the hydrogen-like energy levels or hydrogenic energy levels. So Manthan's question was, what is meant by hydrogenic energy levels? The Bohr's formula, if we apply and whatever the energy level we will get, that is called hydrogenic energy level, which is applicable for hydrogen and hydrogen-like species. Manthan, is the answer clear?
Yes, sir.
Other students, the question asked by Manthan and answer that I provided, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Manthan,
Yes, sir.
do you have any still question further? General idea only I made clear. Now you have to work on that, the formula, application and calculation. Yes, Shepali.
सर त्या दिवशी तुम्ही एक प्रश्न विचारलेला ना, नोड फॉर्म का होतात, इलेक्ट्रॉन गायब का होत नाही, म्हणजे असं मर्ज का होत नाहीत न्यूक्लियस मध्ये.
राईट, गुड.
सर ते मला असं वाटतं की बिकॉज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन डेन्सिटी असं होत असेल, कारण तुमचा तो व्हिडिओ आहे त्यात म्हणजे मी असं बघितलं तर असं वाटलं मला की ते इलेक्ट्रॉन डेन्सिटीमुळे होत असेल आणि त्यामुळे ते गॅप तयार होतात. मग तो गॅप पूर्ण झाल्यानंतर पुन्हा इलेक्ट्रॉन म्हणजे रिलीज होतात.
No, one by one, let us understand, Shepali. You want to say because of electron density. Electron density means cloud. Large cloud means strong, more electron density. Less electron cloud means less electron density. That's electron density. Are you understanding cloud? If I take a pen and if I just one stance or one hit at deck, then only one kind of impression. Double, strong impression, triple, strong impression, many times strong impression. That's a density. Too many things at small place, more density, denser. So density is a concept of existence of the electron. So density at nucleus region, density is away from the nucleus, not at nucleus, little bit just out of the nucleus. Then as I move out, density decreases. Then gap, that we say as node. Node is for s orbital also. For 2s orbital it comes. But generally we say no, for p orbital we show that one node. General point of view. Here is a one lobe and here is other lobe. And in between that we say there is a node. At that position there is a nucleus. So question was not about density, Shepali. Point was
सर मला
just wait. I'm coming. Why just wait. So point is regarding the absorption or vanishing the electron. Why not electron gets vanished when it comes to nucleus? Shepal, is it clear?
येस सर.
Yes, Vaibhavi.
सर मला असं वाटतं तिथे तुम्ही म्हणाला की त्या सेंटरला नोड असते. नोडकडे नसतात म्हणून कदाचित तिथे इलेक्ट्रॉन कोलॅप्स होत नसते. कारण तिथे नोड असते, मग नोडच्या ठिकाणी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स नसतात ना.
Okay, good. Very good. Brilliant, Vaibhavi. This is what you have understood. The data you have taken, whatever the data, information I had given now, that you have understood. The understood means that directly applied. My question was about that data. What Vaibhavi is saying, there is a node. Means electron doesn't exist there. Electron doesn't go there in the nucleus. Electron is not in the nucleus. Likewise, she's saying, but general point of view, I'm growing the concepts. I'm learning chemistry, and it is taught to me, right, that electrons are revolving around their own axis, by the way, around the nucleus. So naturally, image in front of student remains as like Earth revolves around the sun or moon revolves around the Earth. Likewise, orbital situations are there, Rutherford, Bose, where with the same idea, but their concept was regarding only that orbital motion, and still many do carry, even teachers also do carry that notion. Orbital motion means circular motion, or maybe Sommerfield's model, elliptical motion. But when De Broglie and all they work and they have given a new turn of the modern quantum chemistry or quantum approach, world of understanding had changed. Then we come to know not only yes or not only spherical, not only circular, not elliptical, like many shapes are there with which electrons do exist, and that is a reality. Then what? The student molds the knowledge. Yes, electrons in the orbit. So p orbital shape is also clear. It is also correct. Dumbbell shape is there. Then to that student I am asking the question, or for you I am asking the question, what you have learned that electron remains in the orbit, electron moves in the orbit. There's orbital motion of the electron. Then from one session, it has to go to the other session. From one region, it has to go to other region. It is our one lobe of the, it is considered one lobe. It is other lobe. So from this one lobe to other lobe, electron has to go. One, that's a lobe of the p orbital, it has to go to other. So while going from one lobe to other, it has to go through the nucleus. It has to pass through the nucleus. Is it not? Likewise, my question was. And if it is true, then how it may passing? And if it is not true, why it is not true? That was question, Vaibhavi. But brilliant. You have given your answer is not wrong. I can't reject your answer, Vaibhavi, but I want more clarity. Yes, Vaibhavi, are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Other students, whatever the dialogues, whatever discussion I did, Vaibhavi's answer and additional information that I had given, is it clear? Actually, questions only were there. That's the approach of learning. Yes, Mayuri said yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Shepard
Yes, sir.
said yes. Manthan said yes. What about Namrata?
सो लेट जॉईन झाली म्हणून कळलं नाही मला.
Okay. Shortly I inform. See, at last lecture I asked Question: p orbital, if you consider electron if move and at the center is nucleus, no, then electron comes in nucleus and from nucleus electron can go out. That remains general notion for the student. How can it be possible? Nucleus positively charged. Electron, if it goes in nucleus, electron will swallow, electron will grasp that electron. Sorry, nucleus will grasp that electron. It's like a Bermuda Triangle you can consider. How can it come out? But electron is existing throughout that orbital. How is it impossible thing possible? That was my question. So Father Vaibhavi had answered that in my discussion only it is there. No, there's a node. So in node, no electrons. So at that node, electron is not there. So she simply said at nucleus, electron is not there. But still, my main question remains, why not electron is passing or electron has to go? No, if electron is here, consider only one electron p orbital. The electron is here at one lobe. The electron has to go in the other lobe, no? Then how the electron is going without nucleus, without passing through nucleus? That is a still question is unanswered. Namrata, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Good, very good. Yes. Very good, very good. Shepali, good thing. Vaibhavi, good thing. Yes, you are thinking. Yes, it's a quality of human being. It's a life. If you have to live the life to the fullest, then you have to use your brain to the fullest. Use the brain only for imagination, visualization and all. That's not a full use. You are on right track. Yes, do you agree? Vaibhavi, Shepali?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Vaibhavi has not answered. Other students, are you understanding what I'm saying? If any other question is there, ask me. If there's no question, I will stop the discussion.
No question, sir.
Very good. Other students, please reply.
No, sir.
Mayuri said, Manthan said. Vaibhavi, your reply is not there. Okay, maybe you are not in the range. Okay, so today what I did, whatever your questions were there, those only I answered. Mayuri was with the question regarding the penetration and the shielding phenomenon. General idea about that I had clear by means of various examples. Manthan was with the question regarding hydrogenic energy levels that I had a discussion. Then Shepali has reminded me that last time I had asked you one question to think about which she put her opinion regarding density. I rejected that. Then Vaibhavi had given her view regarding the non-existence of the electron in the nucleus. It is just the data she has given. But still, I feel that understanding is to improve. So I had given the few explanation. But still understanding is not clear. We'll discuss it other time. Still you think on that issue. So students, shall I stop now?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So tomorrow also complete assignments. I want completion of assignments. Then only attendance I will report. So only 10 students are there out of 35. They are completing assignments. So wrong. So use tomorrow's lecture, day after tomorrow's lecture, that time for what the preparation of your task or completion of task. That's the assignment completion.
Yes, sir.
Use that time. Yes. So tomorrow also lecture will not be there. Use that time for the assignment completion. Then afterwards, again we'll start with the new topic. Yeah. Shall we stop now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Namrata.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. Quit now. Lecture is over. I stop the recording.